So in 2015, I decided to start a writing agency, and I launched something called Yellow Bandit Media.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
To clarify, so Bandit is a nickname of mine. My name is Cecilia. I have a nickname, Cece. Most of my family and anybody from California calls me Cece. I actually didn't start going by Cecilia until I moved to college because that was my chance to
Start
go by my
fresh.
actual
Yeah.
full name.
Uh-huh.
So, because my mother doesn't even call me Cecilia unless I'm in trouble, then it's Cecilia Marie. So out here, I go by Simply Cecilia. That's my pen name, but
Uh-huh.
my regular name is just Cecilia. My nickname is Bandit, and that came from the fact that if anybody knows me, I love comics. I love Batman. I love Batman. Let me specify this. My three favorite characters or four are Batman, Wolverine, Deadpool, and I'm gonna add Storm in honorary mention because I love Storm too. And then I would
Uh-huh.
add an Iron Man, so that rounds up my top five. But I prefer Marvel, but I love Batman, who comes from DC.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
I just had a friend who started calling me Bandit, and it stuck. And so everybody calls me either CC or no, take it back. Everybody at home calls me CC. Everybody here either calls me Cecilia or Bandit. So that kind of stuck. Yellow's my favorite color. It's my mom's favorite color too.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the color yellow. It's just happiness. That's just my favorite color. So it just kind of stuck. So when I launched my writing agency, I called it Yellow Bandit Media. So when I launched, my idea was to bring other writers together because a lot of us, at least in Houston, a lot of us know each other because we've
Mm-hmm.
been in the same places. We a lot of times, if I can't take an assignment, I'll hit so and so up like, "Hey, Brando, can you do the
Pass it
story,
on and
Bradford?" Yeah, because why not? I will say in Houston, at least the writers I know have been great at helping one another out because it's just not a big media market. Houston
yeah.
is a huge city, but even our media, they're not hiring people that live here. They usually bring somebody else in. So the
Mm-hmm.
underground scene is huge here. And that's something that really helped me with connections. So once I got to all hip hop, I actually, they used to be at South by Southwest every year. And so my editor there, he used to be over the showcase. They had something called the Vibe House, and then after that they had like all hip hop presents, and they would have a concert. So I was like, hey, I live in Texas because I was one of the only writers that lived in Texas. Everybody else was in New York. So I started pushing them Houston artists like, hey, you guys need to have so and so at this show. And at first they had me on the door. So the first concert I went to, I believe it was like 2014, 2015. I was at the door and I was, handing out tickets to people as they walked in. And I was okay with that because I just wanted a chance to be involved with the showcase in whatever way. I was like, hey, I'll do it. I
Mm-hmm.
will
Mm-hmm.
say, being open to opportunities, there's been lots of things that I fell into. Like if I could sit down and write a life story, half the concerts I've been to, half the shows I've been to, there's a there's a time at South by Southwest. There was a year when Erica Badu performed. Great performance. After her, Nas performed. I was able to get on stage. Don't ask me how. I just found a way on there. A Gafe though, writers please be prepared. When he was done performing, that would have been my chance as he was walking, past to. I should have asked the question. I
Mm-hmm.
could have used that question to write a recap. What did I do? I said, hi. And this was like not too long after college. I was like, hi. So, and that never happens to me, but please be prepared. I'm looking at all you writers, be prepared. Never do that. I rarely like fluffed
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
when dealing with artists or celebrities, but I really fluffed there. And one, because I was not prepared. I wasn't even expected to be there. We were just able to get into the show. So I was probably taking shots.
But
It was, it was a, it
I
was a
think what's
great
cool about like
day.
uh your story, especially you explaining how you started off and going from jobs like working
So
in retail and selling shoes, yeah, and it's like you talking about really being open to so many of these different opportunities, especially when it comes to writing, because the interesting thing about writing opportunities is that like it really takes one good piece, and that one piece could
can
be
go viral.
exactly, not only can it go viral, but it could be the reason why that another company of a completely different
Yes.
topic hires you. Like, oh, you wrote that, so you have experience interviewing
Yes.
people, or you have experience writing about technology or whatever. And so, like, I think that your story really is a testament to branching out. And, like, I guess, like,
You can
sometimes,
branch out.
yeah, and I think that's the problem that a lot of writers get into, is that they're trying to figure out, okay, well, how do I make money based off of my writing? But so many of them are just like, well, I write this and I'm only going to write that. But I think
Yeah.
in your case, like, just being open to different types of writing projects will really, and also being open to just networking and, you know, being kind to other people.
And I will say networking is hard for me sometimes. I, as outgoing as I can be,
Mhm.
I really value my personal space.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like to, after I reach a certain limit through the day, I have to go home and
You have to
decompress.
recharge.
It's hard. Like small talk, for example, has always been really hard for me because in my head, I'm like, okay,
Yep.
did I say the
Yep.
wrong thing? Can we just
Yep.
get to the? Can we just get to the point? Like
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
it's
Me
always
too.
been hard. So that's something that I've worked on, especially as I've gotten older.